Because, I mean, that's highly specialized.
That's the median, not the average.
Right. Which I don't even want to explain what the difference is because I'm not even sure I know. Median and average.
I know, that was a big discussion in school.
I know average is when you add them all up and then you take the midpoint.
divide by the number there are.
Yeah, but median is a whole...
Median is the one that falls right in the middle if you put all of them on a scale.
Sounds like average to me.
No, it's not quite the average.
Right. That's the problem with me. That's why you barely break 1,000 on your SAT. Like you talk about your parents and then you're like real smart. I don't know how my kids are so smart. I don't get it.
Well, you're smart. Stop it.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
I don't know. I don't see it.
I know you like to put yourself down. You don't listen to yourself.
I should be able to break 1,000. How bright can I be?
Well, you did have a bad start.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a slow start.
Well, that education of yours, I don't know.
It was a little spotty. But I should have paid attention, I guess, to anybody.
Well, when they were running, what was that book they were reading?
Itsy Bitsy. Oh, man. And I was in the 8th grade. My mom had me transferred out of that class. I could have killed her. I had the best English class in 8th grade. Or was it 9th grade? 9th grade English. You know. And it's weird because, like, in my school, there were so many kids who had no education that there were classes where, like, Itsy Bitsy was, like, on a 2nd or 1st grade reading level.
Yeah.
They stick me in this class, and the book we're reading is Itsy Bitsy. And I'm the fucking star of the class. Teacher calls on me. She goes, okay, read out loud.
You started reading Itsy Bitsy backwards.
Well, literally, there were guys in my class. I'm talking about 9th grade who the English teacher would go, well, okay, why don't you read for us, Leroy? And he'd go, Itsy Bitsy. No, Bitsy. Bitsy. Like, you know, I'm sitting there going,
sounded out.
What fucking bizarro world, man. So then she'd call on me and I go, Itsy Bitsy was a very good dog. Itsy Bitsy never, ever made a noise. Bitsy And then she'd be like, wow. You know, well, actually, someone had said to me, I might end up being the valedictorian of Roosevelt High School. And I was like on my way. So my mom's best friend, Estelle Sickles, was a substitute teacher. Guess who ends up being a substitute teacher
in your class?
In my English class. She comes and she sees the curriculum. She sees me sitting there. She calls my mom that day and says, you're not going to believe, what a yenta. You're not going to believe what's going on in Howard's English class. My mother goes, what? She goes, they're reading Itsy Bitsy. My mother goes, what? What's Itsy Bitsy? She goes, Itsy Bitsy. It's a 2nd or 1st grade. It's a reading primer. Primer or whatever the fuck. Yeah. So my mother goes, I'm getting him out of that class. Well, motherfucker, they put me in.
How come she didn't know what was going on in your education?
Oh, please. My mother? My mother sent me into an all-black school every day to get my ass whooped. And then
didn't she go to PTA meetings?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Wow.
Maybe. I don't know what she was doing. She's on another planet.
She wasn't a classroom helper?
No. Helper. We Stearns don't do anything.
Good Lord. Even my mother did that.
No. Well, you must. I mean, I don't even know how you got a good education. I don't even understand.
We lived in a changing neighborhood. The school was great.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
The schools were incredible. I told you I was the only black kid in my kindergarten.
Yeah, I mean, because like you read beautifully and speak beautifully, and your parents didn't have that.
I told you, 6th grade and 7th grade.
Yeah. Was your mom like, yo, what's up, man?
No. She actually was a great mimic.
Oh.
And she worked for these white people. She was a housekeeper.
So she learned how to...
And she learned she wanted to have...
Proper English?
Yeah, and so she spoke very well of, the things she heard.
What about your dad? Was he like, yo, man, what's up, motherfucker?
No. Heck, are you kidding? We couldn't even talk like that.
Oh.
We'd have gotten the crap beaten out of us if we had done that. My mother made a big deal about you will speak properly. We would have to read to her every night.
To my lips. I always thought that you were like the Beverly Hillbillies, like,
No, she gave, the one thing they did know was get an education and be serious about it.
Yeah, somebody there must have...
She took television away for a year because my brother was screwing up in school. And I was like, why do I have to miss television?
Fuck you.
Because he can't do his work.
So
fuck you.
So she was on the ball.
About education, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, it was like, that's the only way you're getting out of here. I didn't know I don't know where she thought we were going.
My mom gets a hold of me after her friend, you see the friend, Estelle, informed her what was going on with Itsy Bitsy, so she gets a hold of me. She's mad at me.
You should have told her.
Yeah. What's wrong with this class you're in? I go, what class? English. What is this Itsy Bitsy?
Now she knows.
Yeah. Itsy Bitsy. All of a sudden now she's Mother of the Year. I go, what about it? Hey, you sent me to this fucked up school. What do you want from me, Itsy Bitsy? I'm acing this class. Don't fuck it up for me.
I'm the valedictorian.
So she put me in a class, the fast track English class, where I was definitely lost. I went from being big man on the totem pole to this fucking class where not only didn't I know what was going on, because a lot of the time was spent on grammar, which I had no comprehension of.
Right.
I've been kidding, you jerk!
But I had these two white guys, the only two other white guys in the school sitting in front of me who decided they hated Jews, so they were Polish, so they were going to turn around and so one guy turns around and punches me in the face.
Jeez.
Which is a dumb move, because I'm sitting behind him. Now, this is in the advanced class, the fast track.
Right.
So I took the biggest book I could find and smashed his head into the desk with it. And then that's when I had to go fight all three of these Polish guys. I guess they teamed up with another guy. I had to fight him after school.
Crazy.
What the fuck? I was like, put me back with Itsy Bitsy. But the Itsy Bitsy class was dangerous. That was an all-black class, and a couple of the guys were in the 5%ers. You know what that is?
Right. Yeah, you told me. I didn't know.
It's like the beginning of the Bloods and the Crips, and they decided they liked my pants, and they told me to take my pants off in the middle of the class, and because they wanted them. I couldn't
and
comply.
you wonder why you didn't do well on the SATs. Look at what was going on in school.
It was a war zone.
Yeah, you think in Lebanon the kids are getting a good education while they duck under the desks to avoid the bombs?
Maybe you're right.
Yeah, they're not doing well with the SATs either.
Yeah, maybe that was the reason.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Just because someone, do you remember how exactly did they tell you they wanted your pants?
I know. I remember to this day. I was sitting next to this guy, and I knew him. He was a pretty quiet guy, and he didn't seem like a bad guy.
Yeah, when somebody asks you for your pants, you remember it.
But I had a pair of black chinos on. My mom didn't let me wear jeans. Chinos weren't quite jeans. They were like, I don't know what they were.
What were they, like a khaki material?
Yeah.
But black, huh?
My mother wouldn't let me wear jeans to school. I was like the gayest looking guy. I looked ridiculous, and I had to wear penny loafers. And you didn't put pennies in because kids would take them.
Just made you a target.
It made you a target. Anything made you a target.
Nobody wanted your penny loafers, though.
So all of a sudden, this guy just leans over to me, and he says, "Yo, man, give me your pants." Like this, here. Didn't have one time. Here. Give me your pants. And half the time, you don't know what the fuck anyone's saying anyway. I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "I like your pants. Give them to me." I go, "I can't give you my pants. We're in class." Now, mind you, the teachers see all of this going on. They don't say a fucking word. Teacher was a young black woman, and she knew, keep her mouth shut, because she knew where these kids are going to fuck you up if they don't give a shit.
Jeez.
That you're an adult, supposedly. They'll fuck you up anyway. So it just goes on. Doesn't matter. It's ignored. The teachers just, continue teaching, and they hope that he could have said, "Give me your dress," for all she know. So I realized
she was happy she was getting to keep her clothing.
Yeah, and I realized I'm in a situation. You got to contain it. You don't want it to blow out of hand because if you even get into a confrontation, you're immediately guilty because you're white, and everyone will just scream that you're a fucking racist and beat the shit out of you. So I go, dude, I can't do that or whatever. And I say, dude, you can't be disrespectful. If you're disrespectful,
you're pummeled.
The whole fucking school beats you up after school. So you'd rather just
yell. Dude.
Yeah, you don't say dude even. I'm not even. You have to be very, very careful.